Welcome to another Maz Play video. This is MazMojito, and today we're going to be picking up where we left off with iamfuture. Let's get to it. Okay, so now that we got our campfire going, the next thing we need to do is look at getting a workbench up, but first we need to deal with our storage space situation. So we're going to build a small storage, and then we're going to make sure that we have a spot to drop all this loot. Okay, so unfortunately, we got the space up, but it's not a very large storage spot. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful on what we're throwing in there and make sure that, we really utilize this space, as efficiently as possible. Okay, so we can move past this quest. We're gonna have to find some mushrooms so we can grill them. That seems to be the next objective on our checklist. I know that I've seen mushrooms around here, especially in the evening, so we're gonna be on keeping our eyes open for that. Alright, so to kill time until we get to the nighttime where we can look for more mushrooms, we're going to go ahead and start working on our workbench, because that's really going to open things up for us so that we can craft some new things. Alright, so it looks like we found a backpack to expand our inventory space, which is really needed because we're going to be going around this rooftop and finding all kind of different things. So this extra backpack is going to really help us. And look at that, it just follows us around, floating in the air. That's pretty neat. Okay, so this is going to come in handy too. Now we have a method to collect water, bring it back to our campfire and boil it to get us some clean water. So that's going to come in really handy. Alright, so this opens up quite a few different recipes for us to use, and now we can finally put that plastic and scrap metal that we've been finding around here to use on that workbench. So we're going to keep going, keep collecting and exploring. So our health is a little low, so we're going to go ahead and rest for a little bit to get our health back up. We collected a couple cosmetic items too, I noticed, on the rooftop, but let's see if we can get our health bar back to full, and then we're going to work on getting that food bar to full. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out this workbench. It looks like all my craft buttons are grayed out, so I have the materials in my backpack, but I guess I just can't press craft while the materials are sitting in my backpack. So we're gonna try to move it up to the workbench and see if that makes a difference. Now, some of these are locked behind the level of the workbench as well, so it looks like to get to workbench level 2, I need a couple components. So we're going to look for level 1 workbench stuff that we can craft right now. And there we go. We got some nails here we can make. That's going to come in handy. So it looks like the method is basically take the items out of your backpack, put them in the workbench, and then you can craft whatever you have enough materials for the recipe to craft. So that's what we're going to do from now on. So this tab looks like this is the area where we unlock more recipes. So as long as we have the materials, we're going to definitely be visiting this tab more often so we can unlock more recipes. Alright, just taking some time to get my inventory worked out. I want to keep all my seeds here in the fridge and then all my other miscellaneous items. If I have space in my storage, I'll put them in there. If not, I'm going to have to use the fridge to store. For now, my plan is to keep the seeds in there. And apologize for keep seeing the menu there, but it's not really a smooth transition to go from the inventory or the bag back to the main character. That's why that menu button keeps coming up. So we're gonna go around, spray some weeds, pick up some of the goo that drops, because we turn around and use that goo for different recipes, I noticed, in the crafting bench. But I can't seem to pass the big flower there. That might be something that we unlock later on in the game. So for now, we're gonna keep it moving and keep exploring, picking up items to build our little side quests and take it from there. So it looks like here we have a little mini game to disassemble some scrap that we found here on the rooftop. So we're going to spin around. We're going to look for some areas that can be removed, which are usually going to be highlighted by green. And then we're going to slowly disassemble this tea kettle and see what kind of loot or reward we get out of doing that. Okay, so we're at 6 of 11 on the disassembly progress. Looks like there's 5 more components that I'm missing. So there's probably a hidden screw or some wires or something. So we're going to kind of look for that. And there's that hidden screw. So now that we've removed that, that's going to kind of lead to other things being able to be removed. And this is the last component. And voila, 11 out of 11, disassembly completed. And looks like we got some kind of scrapper components as a reward, but we don't have any bag space, so I'm gonna have to leave that on the ground. Luckily, a lot of stuff here does not despawn, so that's a good thing. And I'll just come back and pick that up when I have space in my bag. So for now, we're gonna keep breaking down materials and then go from there. Alright, looks like we unlocked the ability to throw down some garden plots, so this is something that we're going to experiment with. That way we have a little bit more control over the food situation. We can grow our own crops and come back and make sure that we're fully satisfied food-wise. Okay, so it looks like we got an area blocker here, so we gotta follow the instructions and build whatever or add whatever component we need so that we can clear that blockage and explore that upper half of the roof. Alright, so we don't have everything we need, but at least we have one piece. So we're going to go ahead and pop that in there and keep looking or trying to get the material so we can craft that second piece. And looks like we got an exclamation point here. So we're going to go down here and explore this bottom area. Looks like it's a nice little fishing pier. So we got a couple whirlpools here. That's usually going to symbolize that we got some fish there. And looks like we got a fishing pole laying on the ground. So this is going to be a cool little mini map to give us an opportunity to, number one, get some water since we have a bucket, and number two, catch some fish so that we always have food to go along with the farms that we have laid down. So we're gonna go ahead and get some loot, and we'll probably try casting a couple lines here to see how we do on the fishing, but my inventory is pretty full, so I don't know if I have space. I may have to come back. Okay, so it looks like the only thing I'm going to catch is trash unless I put some bait in there. Well, now it looks like I have an opportunity to catch an unknown fish by putting that lure on there. So we're going to give it a shot, see how this works. So left click, and I left click again. Nothing happened. I just lost my lure. So I'm going to try a worm this time. And again, a left click and another left click, and I lost my worm. So we have to left click when it has the when the arrow is in the bars, then we left click, and that gives us a green, and that allows us to catch some fish. So pretty simple mini game. I did waste a couple things in the beginning, a worm and a lure, but now I got the hang of it. I have some. Looks like I have an empty spot on my inventory bar, so I'm going to do some more fishing and see what I catch. Okay, so the good thing is that we won't have a food issue, but at this point, this is a great place to put a bookmark in it. So we're going to come back and play this again in the future. So as always, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.